I mean, you have had to burn a
Well, let me
lot of
see what
bridges for
the
that.
This weird coalition
You're
coming
on.
together.
Because nobody likes you. It's not weird. It's actually super, like, it's really reasonable.
3 million.
We've been waiting, like, people have been waiting on this forever. Like, I don't understand, like, why this isn't obvious.
Insane encroachment on the First Amendment and targeting of political dissidents for doing activism, for doing...
This is the reason why people hate you. It's because you're not even able to accurately frame disagreement against you in an honest way. You never, you refuse to engage with the substance of what people say because you're constantly trying to create a narrative that doesn't exist. You're more focused around a narrative rather than a reality or any sort of facts. So you're trying to pre-flight and create a, you know, disposition or a bias ahead of time by structuring the way that things are discussed in a way that's inaccurate. I think everybody realizes that you're doing this. Everybody knows this, whether it's with this.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure I should do this one.
Palestine, whether it's with like Frogan and them getting banned, whether it's with Ethan suing them. Like you constantly mischaracterize and lie about everything and everyone, and everybody sees it. Everybody sees this, and now the chickens are coming home to roost, and nobody really has your back. Because you've created and cultivated a community of people that are radical, extreme, and they follow whatever delusion that you invent. But the reality is that that is a very small minority, and you're realizing that everybody else that's outside of that tiny little bubble finds it reprehensible. That's really what's happening. And it's obvious this is what's happening. He just said pro-Israel Nazis. How retarded are these people? I know.
Absolutely true. Hassan lying is OP. Pika is apparently confused why everyone almost unanimously supports him getting investigated by the US government. I don't know, man. Maybe because you're the most unlikable person on the entire internet. I mean, just think about this, right? Even people on his own political side, people in politics are the most tribal people ever, right? They would nuke their own family just to get one extra vote for their election, just to get more people on their side. And even they're like, okay, I'll take the loss. Fuck Hassan. Manipulates and gaslights millions of people. Nobody bats an eye. Lies and slanders hundreds of people. Nobody bats an eye. Supports terrorists. Nobody bats an eye. Shocks one doggo. Suddenly the entire world is after him. Never underestimate the empathy of humanity towards animals. Dog Shaka Pika will get his dues. It's only a matter
so
of
I did this
and think about how much
it's not
somebody
enough
has to dislike you to actively hurt themselves in order to get rid of you. I mean, everybody I've seen wants to get Hassan arrested or permabanned. I mean, even me, somebody who's making a
I have to get myself
legitimately making an infinite money glitch here from Hassan Piker, even though this is the freest content there is, even I want him gone. I'm prepared to shift and do other things and burden myself, trouble myself in order to make us face justice. People responded, this moron, per usual, is incredibly cowardly and slow on the uptake. If streamers can be targeted by the administration, that is precedent, you sack of shit. Oh wait, he has class consciousness, never leaves his house, and has no redeeming qualities. He admitted on stream he coordinated with and received material support from officials of a hostile government that is under US sanctions while openly advocating on their behalf. He opened himself up to multiple angles of prosecution. Say more things that didn't happen.
What is happening with
Asmund Cole is a wretched person. F him for the pile on his rancid carcass ass. As opposed to Hassan, who's just amazing. Cry more regard. 99.9% of people like dogs, want the downfall of a guy who abuses dogs. It's like the most stereotypical villain shit you can do. I mean, they started the JoJo anime with the villain, Dio, kicking a dog and fucking incinerating it.
Huh?
Mr. Eric, I rarely take Asmongold's side. I thought you said you were a fan, pal. And I'm not gonna make an exception here. Asmongold is a disgusting racist freak. Mr. Eric always hitting the nail on the head.
Iron, yeah, let me go teleport.
We got Hassan in jail
Iron
with a
stuff.
Looks like he could just take that thing off his neck. Major fail there, buddy. You got him. Still rage baiting. Are you even a real person? Moving on to Twitter for the first time ever, actually siding with Asmongold, and the only reason being that Hassan was on the other side. So basically, this tweet was going viral. We got Asmongold and Hassan. Asmon, when I was a kid, our lights would turn off and we could never afford to fix my teeth. Haha, I remember this one time, my divorced mom, with her last $20, used it on Taco Bell. I had to get food from my friend's house after that. Man, I wish I could go back. We got Hassan, fat and in a suit. I never grew up with much. All I had was a wealthy family, unlimited food, horseback riding, anything I asked for, constant support, and an uncle who paved my media career. I've suffered more than most. So accurate.
This is how much people hate Hassan. There was a positive post about me on Twitter. Like, and you have to like understand that like I am one of the prime evils of the world, right? Like, I mean, I'm disgusting, I'm abrasive, I'm mean, I'm vengeful, I'm selfish, I'm
Let me teleport them.
like I even try to
yeah, it is a goal.
like I'm basically like almost every single bad thing that you can be, like you put it all into one thing, it's pretty much me. And so anyway, if I'm being looked at as the good guy here, yeah, I invented, like, yeah, the 8th deadly sin is just simply being me, right? Being myself. So this is what I said. When I was a kid, our lights would turn off and we would never, okay, so this is inaccurate. We never had our electricity turned off, but we had our heating turn off. We had our heating turn off and our internet turn off. We always had electricity. So, like, we would go from, you know, basically being able to, like, be normal.
Wait, these are not...
reduced down to, my mom and I would be reduced down to playing Age of Empires 2 and using the Super Nintendo. Like, this is what it says, man. Yeah. If I could snap my fingers and go back to the times where it was just me and my mom, and we would have enough stuff to like maybe bake one cake in our like we had a separate like so.
I mean, how funny is it that Asmon's origin story is actually authentic and is basically everything what Hassan wanted it to be. Hassan wanted to be the poor guy who was struggling. That's why he constantly tries to rewrite history saying he grew up broke, he grew up poor. Oh, his billionaire dad conveniently went broke. He wanted to be this working class dude who was barely making by, living paycheck to paycheck. And he's now this success story, this multi-millionaire clawing his way to the top. But no, according to the facts
are still facts.
Hassan was always a Nepo baby with a billionaire dad, multi-millionaire uncle, landlord mom, entire career gifted to him. While Asmon was that exact story of a struggling person, barely getting by, got this wholesome relationship with his mom, thrifting to get by, and is now a multi-millionaire. And even now, he hasn't changed much at all. He's basically the exact same guy who doesn't really or show off his wealth. Meanwhile, Hassan is the exact caricature of a stereotypical douchebag, champagne socialist, showing off his car, showing off his rich-ass house, showing off his expensive clothes to the poor people, his designer dog. As much as he can flaunt, he will do. Then Asmon talks about how he doesn't really consider himself famous or important, unlike Hassan.
Not only did she use it on Taco Bell, she enthusiastically used it on Taco Bell. Like, it wasn't even like a, oh, I wonder what we're gonna do with this money. No, it was immediately, instantaneously, like, oh wow, $20? I can get so much Taco Bell. Instantaneously went to Taco Bell. That was it. And yeah, I had to get food from my friend's house after that. No, I never had to do that. We always had extra ramen noodles. That was it. And then obviously Hassan, I never grew up with much. All I had was wealthy family, unlimited food.
Oh yeah, I
can believe that. Horseback riding, anything I asked for, constant support, and an uncle who paved my media career. I've suffered more than most. And Asmon's actual working class guy. Hassan's a rich flat boy LARPer. I mean, I don't really, am I a working class guy? I mean, I don't really have any working class struggles anymore, but I live in a working class neighborhood and, you know, like, I don't really identify as being some rich guy or some famous, well-known guy. Like,
it's not a big deal to me, but
you know, to some people, they take it really seriously. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Some of us actually know our place. I mean, we know that we're just YouTubers,
75
streamers. We sit in a room talking, and we somehow got lucky. The stars aligned in a 1 in a million scenario, a combination of right place, right time. And you know, there's obviously some level of hard work, discipline, maybe some business or speaking skills, but that's about it. The fact of the matter is, there could be 100 alternative universes where none of us actually made it. In fact, there's probably like 1,000 clones of me that are just as good as me, maybe even better at doing my job, but they never actually got the chance to shine and they never got as lucky as I did. So that's why we don't actually think of ourselves as above anybody else.
Giving a
We
lot
don't
of
think
credit,
that
so
streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, something only a delusional nepo baby like Hassan would say.
Working across teams.
you wouldn't even need a job anyway.
Helps you handle it. Asana AI can spot roadblocks and assign work to keep
Roblox.
everything on track. That's how work gets handled. Visit us at asana.com.
Oh, yeah, I
a
should
real
be.
job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Meanwhile, Hassan always tries to act
I
like he's
think
more
this is-
important than he is. He wants to be
Yeah.
seen as this respected political commentator, this educated degree holder, this on-the-ground journalist, this very learned person. Meanwhile, he's just a fucking clown like the rest of us. At least we acknowledge we're just entertainers. We're just yapping on the internet. It's not that deep. And this is precisely
I don't know what I'm
more
doing. I
people
should
like
get better.
Asmongold and Hassan, because he's just more relatable. You know, despite Hassan and his orbiters
My-
constantly pointing
no, I
out
was
that,
talking.
oh,
I
look
don't
at
know
his
why.
room. Oh, he doesn't take a shower. The fact is, nobody cares, because anyone would rather spend some time with someone who's actually down to earth than
Oh.
someone who's gonna talk down to you like a dickhead wearing a $5,000 suit. You can hear the joy in his voice whenever he reminisces about his mom. It's beautifully wholesome. Rest in peace. Money doesn't change people, it gives them the resources to show who you really are. And Hassan was always a fat kid sitting on a horse right from his childhood. Hassan was probably that one kid in the playground who would just fuck with the animals or whatever, and you just knew that like this kid was twisted as fuck. Oh no, I was acting against the interests of my host nation and now I'm charged with treason. When you LARP as a revolutionary that much that the FBI wants to speak with you, has been talking about these hard times so nostalgically is why people like him. I went through the same stuff, had no water or heat at one point, struggled on barely enough to feed myself and rationing food for my cat. Hassan doesn't know what struggle is if it tried to choke him to death. Are you kidding me? Sometimes Hassan cannot find his shock collar. Sometimes when his fellow millionaire guests come to his house, he has to hide his shock collar. Do you know how much of a struggle that actually is?
That's
You
not-
working class people would never understand. Moving on to attorney legal mindset, going over the Hassan situation and the potential legal implications.
So the potential penalties here can actually stack up. This is under the Cuban Assets Controls and Regulations Act, which is enforced via the International Emergency Economics Power Act, the IEEPA. So there's two sides to this, a civil side and a criminal side. On the civil side, the penalties can be up to $91,000 per violation. So the issue is here, if you go on one of these trips, let's say you're out there on a long trip and you're doing multiple things, especially if you're live streaming, once again, being your own star witness, you might violate several of these provisions. So maybe you're bringing in or transacting with goods you're not supposed to bring in or you're not supposed to buy. Maybe you're staying at a hotel you're not supposed to stay at, or something that's linked to the Cuban government and prohibited. So you may have multiple transactions, so that 91K can stack up against you. And that is indeed the lowest level. But on the highest level, for willfully doing these things, for going out and saying, yep, I did it, who cares, so what, and bragging about it, which many of these influencers actually go out and do, you can have fines for up to $1 million on the corporate side. For most individuals, about $250,000, $250K on the individual side. But you can also face imprisonment for up to 10 years. So there is actual real prison time that can be behind willful violations. He's gotten away with many of those crimes because they've been local crimes. The local California PD is not that motivated. Many of them are probably politically aligned with Piker, so they might agree with him on other issues.
Oh, I
and
can't.
not want to prosecute him. So he's gotten gotten away with a lot, but the feds are not necessarily going to fall into that camp. And they might look at this and say, no, this is an on-your-face violation here, and actually hold him to task.
That's it. I've heard enough. Lock him up ASAP. Now, but honestly, there's been a lot of speculation going on as to what exactly is going to happen to Hassan. And the fact of the matter is, just being completely honest, nobody knows. Because it obviously depends on what they find in the subpoena. Do I think Hassan is getting the max sentence of 10 years in prison? I mean, probably not, okay? It's just very unlikely. I mean, so far we've seen that the government is a bunch of losers who did not even crack down on him threatening to murder capitalists or murder a political opponent or senator. If they cannot crack down on that, then what do you expect them to do here? Now, if his communications actually reveal that he's been a paid foreign agent or that he's been collaborating in some sort, then he's probably cooked, right? But he insists he's not doing that, so he should have nothing to hide. He should just be opening up the investigation, just giving them everything. And I honestly just want to see Kaya at the stand. Her testimony will be vital to this case. She was a first-hand witness to all of his crimes. We also need to see the legendary series played out in court, and of course, a cardboard cutout of Asmongold in the stand, because obviously he ain't actually gonna leave his house to attend the hearing. When Hassan goes to court, Kaya will be able to move more than 1 meter. She will escape the Minecraft block. You'd think the Patriot Act in Guantanamo was made for people like Piker. He's gonna be holding someone's pocket easily within 1 week of prison. Nothing will happen. Well-paid lawyers will find loopholes and will get a slap on the wrist fine. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how fascist the government actually is, right? Hassan keeps saying they're fascist. They're going to make him hang from the gallows. They're going to put him in a concentration camp. So let's see how true what Hassan said actually was, right? For once, I want what Hassan was saying to actually be true, right? In this one fringe case. Nothing will happen. The U.S. legal system is a joke at this point. I mean, a lot of criminals seem to get away, that's for sure. Right, so apparently Hassan is now claiming that he doesn't show off his wealth. The Gucci bag disagrees. Hassan denies flaunting his wealth after a chatter brought it up.
I was never your biggest fan of Hassan because I personally don't like how you sometimes flaunt your wealth, but do appreciate chatter. I promise you, I don't flaunt my wealth. Okay? This is what I mean. I don't flaunt my wealth. Other people will go to unbelievable lengths to try to identify how much each individual article of clothing is purchased without even knowing where I've purchased that article of clothing or how I've acquired that article of clothing or whether it is at odds with my worldview at all to create this idea that I love flaunting my wealth. You think I wanted my house to be doxxed when I purchased it for myself and my family? No, of course not. Like right now I'm wearing Zegna pants. They're very, like I'm sure they're vintage, but I'm sure when they were first sold, they were pretty expensive. I got them for $30. But in the future, if they figure out what brand of pants I'm wearing, they'll say these were $700 pants. I got them for $30. Secondhand, thrifted. But it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, because you're rich anyway.
Zegma. Yeah, sounds fancy, like Obama's fancy mustard.
Oh my god, bro. This guy is the king of excuses. So he expects us to believe that all the $5,000 clothes was actually purchased for $30. You see, my $3 million house, I got it on sale. It was only $1,000 actually. No, I got it on a 99% discount, don't you see? My Gucci bag is from the
Yeah, isn't that a 90-something
$2,000 shirt? Oh, that was gifted by a fan, obviously. Oh, the reason all of my suits don't fit is because my fans just underestimated my size. They didn't anticipate how fat I was. Oh, but Hassan, what about your expensive designer dog? Oh, well, you know, that one I actually bought because of I have a passion for shocking innocent animals. The shock collar was thrifted though. Don't accuse me of buying that shit. That was thrifted very cheap. Let's be honest, Hassan has never been to a thrift store in his life. He's full of shit. How do you have the audacity to say you don't flaunt your wealth when there's an entire song made of you flaunting your wealth? communist with a Gucci bag, dude. And this is why people just don't like Hassan. He's a bragging piece of shit who flexes his money constantly. You literally pulled out.
It's annoying because I have to go back.
Are you kidding me? I even remember that picture of him flexing his money
That was
while
actually
gambling
pretty-
in China. I don't flaunt my wealth. Do you think I wanted everyone to know I live in a $3 million house? This dude is truly the Donald Trump of the left. The way he gaslights and lies, it's incredible. What? This guy's unbelievable. He reacted to a video where he
One
flaunted
more
his
step.
wealth, double flaunt. Twitch streamer Hassan Piker buys $200,000 Porsche. You had $1,500
This stage of the
houses
buttons.
in Cuba. I don't flaunt my wealth unless I'm at a phase party talking about how rich I am compared to all of them. Play it.
How much money do I have to pay you to jump in the pool?
Okay, no worries. I made more money than everyone here.
Yeah.
Never flaunt stays humble. Exactly. Funniest part
Wait,
is this
what?
is a communist country. So as
Oh, no,
people
that's just
responded to
23.
shutting him down.
I was never your biggest
I
fan.
can't get more.
I don't like how you sometimes flaunt your wealth, but do
But it's better than
Chatter, I promise you, I don't flaunt my wealth.
You do when you ride around with like really expensive clothes. If you're going around with shirts that are $1,000, you're flaunting your wealth. That's the only reason why you'd buy something like that. You don't need to buy really expensive clothes like that. There's no, there's no like. I mean, I obviously, I've had expensive clothes like that before. Like you're obviously doing that. I mean, what do you mean you don't flaunt your wealth? Like why are you even
Oh, I
saying
can't
this?
flaunt.
Like I mean, how many times have like you gone out in public and people have like seen how much money you've spent on like all your clothes? It's like $10,000.
I don't get why they're like going, why he's going crazy on.
It's Jesus Christ.
Other people will go
Like
to
he just constantly lies. I don't know why.
how much each individual
Surprised
article of
about.
clothing I've purchased without even knowing where I've purchased that article of clothing or how I've acquired that article of clothing or whether it is at odds with my worldview at all to create this idea that I love flaunting my wealth.
Yeah, you obviously do. That's why you have $10,000 fits. I mean, like you can't walk around with like $5,000 to $10,000 worth of clothes on and then say that you're not flaunting wealth. I mean, I don't even know what we're doing here. It's just like it's so insanely this is shocking. Honestly, it's really like, what are you doing?
Lying is OP. It really is just like the best strategy for
I need
someone
to
like Hassan.
click this so I
When his
can get
fan
the.
base just refuses to acknowledge reality ever, I guess it's a good strat. I mean, we've come to a point where Hassan wants you to not believe your own eyes and ears. This is unironically his new strategy. Just straight up lie about every single thing ever. And Asmin is right. The only reason you would ever have these expensive clothes is to flaunt your wealth. And this isn't like a one-off outfit you're taking to a special occasion, unless the special occasion is flexing on poor people. I mean, I don't know why you need to do this. I've never purchased expensive clothes in my entire life because I do not care for it. I just want something comfortable, and I feel like just the mindset difference is completely insane. Hassan will never
Okay, now I do it here. Now I can tell.
because I just don't care about all this
Back
vanity
here.
bullshit.
Over
Hassan
here.
just needs the constant approval from strangers, even people he dislikes, which is why he needs to flex his outfits and possessions. Fact of the matter is, someone who's actually secure in themselves, they wouldn't need to actually flex their outfits and flex their money all the time. Moving on to some dude just laughing at Hassan.
Is not great. Okay? I mean, it's bullshit,
Oh, poor thing.
but
I really don't understand flex.
I wanted to be famous,
You know,
and now they're
they're-
after me.
they're after you.
But if you're flexing your wealth and you're poor, that's even worse.
And I'll obviously get into it right now.
A lot of people are like that.
Got it, but let me.
What is happening?
Quick.
Woo! Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
will
they're
free you,
coming after
brother.
me.
Yeah, free me.
Free
Free
hustler,
me.
get the fuck out of here.
Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
All
What
right,
is this,
Mario, who inspired you to become a YouTuber? Oh, good question. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was a combination of people. So,
Oh, I can
PewDiePie
tell.
in his old commentary era. I remember watching the Jake Paul and Logan Paul videos, the Reddit videos. I found them absolutely hilarious, and I take a lot of inspiration from him. Then there was Jacksepticeye, because he was just super positive, super fun, super energetic, and wholesome.
Alright, so I got
If you
a
remember
Ruby.
when I started my channel, I used to scream in all my videos because I was trying to be like Jack. In fact, I have this screenshot saved in my phone, and you can see Jacksepticeye, 450 videos, only 200 views, 2,000 subs. So I remember I used to use this screenshot as inspiration because I was like, I cannot quit until I make 450 videos. Because imagine if Jack quit, right? He would never see the astronomical level of success he had. So that was one of the things that inspired me a lot. Also, there was this commentary YouTuber called Memulus, and he was this British guy, and he was legitimately like the funniest dude ever, and he didn't even have face cam. So it was literally just gameplay commentary, and it was like the funniest videos ever. So I was like, okay, this really reduces the barrier. You know, I can try something like gameplay commentary and still be super entertaining. Anyways, I'm probably forgetting some people, but honestly, shout out to those 3 goats for leading to the legendary series. Anyways, that's it. Click this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
That feeling when you're trying to build your credit, and it's like over and over again. Good news. Chase Credit Journey can help you with a personalized score improvement plan provided by Experian. So when you
Oh damn, I got 100.
you have the guidance you need. You can
Let's get the highest.
your banking account with no monthly service fee if you're 17 to 24 years old. Hallelujah.
This tool is for education purposes and doesn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have the correct one.
3.0 model and may not be the model used by lenders. Member FDIC.
In this video, I will show you my 2026 house forecast for the first time ever. We're going to cover every major race and fill in this map so you guys can see exactly what the balance of power will look like in the lower chamber of Congress following the midterms. This is by far my most requested video, so if you want more of these, make sure you watch to the end. We have 435 races on the ballot this November, and the good thing for us is that most of these elections are going to be decided pretty easily in favor of one party or the other. There are only really a handful of around 20 to 30 races that will actually matter in determining which party will control the House for the second half of President Trump's term. And so today, we're going to focus specifically on these key races. And so jumping right into it, we'll begin with a few notable races that aren't necessarily in the top category, but are definitely among the most watched in the country. And so to start, we have the at-large district in Alaska, where Nick Begich is running for re-election to a second term. In 2024, he of course defeated Mary Peltola, who is now running for the U.S. Senate against Dan Sullivan. That Senate election is going to be close, but on the House level, Republicans are on track to win by around 7.4%. According to our forecast, Begich has a nearly 90% chance of winning, and this is based on 100,000 simulations conducted for this race this morning based on our forecast inputs. And so looking at the polling data between Begich and Schultz, we see a pretty similar story. Nick Begich leads on average by 12% according to the polls. And so on our map, Alaska is going to be likely...
I never knew polls were...
Peltola may have won in 2022, but Democrats are not going to get close to flipping Alaska's House seat later this year. Next up, we have a flip for Republicans, and it comes from the 2nd District of Maine, where Paul LePage has a nearly 90% chance of winning. Before running for this House seat, LePage served 2 terms as Maine's governor before Janet Mills took over in 2019. According to our forecast, LePage is on track to win by a 7% margin against whoever the Democratic nominee ends up being. This seat is currently open, but the incumbent is a retiring Democrat, which means that LePage is on track to flip it, giving the GOP their 206th seat on our map. We're now going to move on all the way over to the other side of the country, where in California's 11th district, which is basically just the city of San Francisco, Nancy Pelosi is finally retiring after nearly 40 years in Congress. According to our forecast, Democrats are virtually guaranteed to win. The only question is who that Democrat is. The open primary in the Golden State will be held in less than a week, so we will have a much better picture of what the general election matchup is going to be. But thus far, Scott Wiener has been leading in the polls, but the issue for him is that Nancy Pelosi did not endorse Wiener, but instead went for Connie Chan, who is polling at just 19%. And so we're definitely going to have a very interesting primary race here next Tuesday, but in the end, whoever the Democratic candidate ends up being, they are going to win California's 11th district. The district is going to be safe for the Democrats. Moving on to Ohio's 9th district, Marcy Kaptur is running for re-election to her 20th
That's a
term.
huge
She's been
increase.
in office since
Okay, let me get that. There's only one.
Will be challenged by Republican Derek Marin. This race is going to be close, especially after redistricting in the Buckeye State gave Republicans a pretty big advantage over Kaptur, but considering just how long she's been in office, she is still going to be very difficult to defeat. Our forecast gives Kaptur a 67% chance of winning, and according to the 100,000 simulations that we ran, Kaptur is on track to win by just 2.7%. The market odds on Kalshi do generally agree with this. They have Kaptur at just a 51% chance of winning, although she was at 74 just a few days ago. And so the 9th district of Ohio is going to be incredibly competitive. Republicans do have a very good shot at winning.
I don't need that ASK there.
Into the lean column for the Democrats, with Kaptur expected to just narrowly scrape.
I'm glad that he knows he's not biased Republican. Well, he's still biased Republican. I hope he says Democrats win, because like there's no chance Republicans, and then it validates my opinion on him.
This means that with all of the solid, likely, and lean states filled in, Democrats have a 5-seat edge. And so with the key races isolated, we're now going to focus specifically on the 18 remaining districts. All of the other ones are pretty easily going to go one way or the other. Ultimately, it's going to be this list of 18 races in the middle here that will actually matter in terms of determining the balance of power in the House of Representatives. Starting at the top of the list, we have the 6th district of Arizona, where Juan Ciscomani is seeking re-election to a 3rd term after first being elected in 2022. He will be challenged by Joanna Mendoza, who is a former U.S. Marine Corps veteran and has a 63% chance of winning this race. Democrats lead by 2% on average, according to our
Get that diamond as soon as possible.
We also do have polling data for this race,
So
and
50.
it does show Mendoza slightly ahead. However, Republicans
Let me actually go to the back.
when it comes to incumbency here with these House races and of course those for the Senate. Incumbency is a huge deal, and that is basically what is keeping GOP hopes here alive. Juan Ciscomani is relatively popular, but this race is going to go down to the wire no matter what. Republicans are fighting to hold on to the 6th district, but for now, it's going to be in the tilt Democratic column on our map.
You only need a small dab to reduce the appearance of puffiness and dark circles.
That's exactly what I needed.
Get 1.9% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on a select new 2026 Tiguan.
Next up in California, we have the state's 22nd district located in the Central Valley, where David Valadao is seeking re-election to a 7th term. He served from 2013 until 2019 after he lost to Democrat TJ Cox in 2018. He then was able to win his seat back in 2020 and is now running for a 7th term after holding it for the last 6 years. This race is going to be very, very close. Valadao does have experience running in tight races. However, according to our forecast, Democrats do have a very slight advantage. They have a 57% chance of winning, no matter who the Democratic nominee ends up being. They all basically poll the same against Valadao, but until next Tuesday's open primary, we're not exactly sure who the Democratic candidate is going to be. Now, according to
that's enough.
simulations,
Teleport.
Democrats are on track to win by just over 1%. And so California's 22nd district is going to be tilt blue, but this race is very far from over. You cannot yet count David Valadao out. Moving on over to Colorado, we have a highly competitive race in the state's 8th district, where Gabe Evans is seeking re-election to a 2nd term after being elected in just 2024. The freshman congressman will be challenged by Democrat Manny Rutnell, who is a current member of the Colorado State House, and according to our forecast, has just under a 65% chance of flipping this seat.
Okay, let me teleport to
Rutnell
recovery.
wins on average by 2.3%. This race is going to be incredibly tight. Gabe Evans does have an advantage by being the incumbent, but for now, based on the available data, Colorado's 8th district is going to fall into the tilt Democratic column. Meanwhile, we have an even more competitive race in the 14th District of Florida, which encompasses the eastern half of Tampa Bay, and of course was redistricted just a few months ago. That's made this election much more difficult for incumbent Democrat Kathy Castor, who is seeking re-election to an 11th term and has been in Congress since 2007. According to our forecast, she has just a 52% chance of winning. This race is effectively a pure coin toss. We also don't yet know who the GOP nominee is going to be yet, and we will have to wait for the primary to get a better picture of how this race is going to go. But for now, Democrats have a very, very slight advantage. Florida's 14th district is going to be tilt blue. Next up, we have an equally competitive race for the seat in Florida's 22nd district, which is currently Democrats. However, the incumbent is retiring, and so Democrats will instead nominate Pia Dandia, while on the right, we don't yet know who the GOP nominee is going to be yet. We don't have a clear frontrunner, but based on just fundamentals, our forecast gives a generic Republican candidate a
these are getting higher and higher
chance of winning with an average margin of victory of 0.2%. And so flipping Florida's is going to be very difficult, but for now, the
here's the guy.
Advantage. The district will be placed into the tilt red category.
Am I an
Florida now completely filled in, we're going to move on up to Iowa, which only has 4 congressional districts, but 2 of them are going to feature very competitive House races later this year. The first one that we'll touch upon is the election in Iowa's 1st district, which is currently represented by Republican Marionette Miller Meeks. She was first elected back in 2020 when she won by just 6 votes. Not 6%, just 6 votes. In 2026, she'll be challenged by Democrat Christina Bohannon, who has a roughly 59% chance of winning, according to our forecast. This is very similar to the odds given to her by Kalshi, where she has a roughly 70% chance of winning and flipping this seat.
Yeah, so this is
by 1.5%.
okay, I did everything.
According to our 100,000.
This is the next.
However, she has survived very close races before,
I
so we definitely cannot yet count her out. But at least for now,
based
on the available data, Iowa's 1st district is going to be tilt in favor of the Democrats. Moving on now to the 3rd district, we have another GOP incumbent seeking re-election. This time, it's Zach Nunn, who actually leads in the polling average by roughly 2 points. Our adjusted average has Nunn at 46% and Democrat Sarah Chongarian at just 44%. However, our forecast model does have Democrats in a bit of a more favorable position, as the model doesn't just take into account polling data, but also national numbers, race ratings, previous results, and other factors. And so according to the model as a whole, Chongarian has a 57% chance of flipping this seat. So Democrats are just slightly ahead, but this race, just like the one in the 1st district, is far from over. Both of Iowa's elections can still be won by the GOP, as they are running incumbents in both of them, but at least for now, Democrats have the narrowest of advantages possible.
What is it about Chamberlain University that makes our nursing students so successful? The opportunity.
Shifting our attention now to
There's one more.
We have a highly contested race in the state's 7th district, where Tom Barrett is seeking re-election to just a 2nd term. As a 1-term incumbent, his incumbency advantage is not going to be as great as for someone who has been in office for, say, 3 or 4 terms, and so he is especially vulnerable as a result. He's being challenged by Democrat Bridget Brink, who previously served as the U.S. ambassador.
Okay, let's go back.
According to our forecast, Brink has a 62% chance of winning and wins on average by 1.9%. This race is more than likely going to go in favor of the Democrats, with Brink flipping Michigan's 7th district. We have another tight race in the state's 10th district, which is currently represented by Republican John James, who is not seeking re-election, but instead running for Michigan governor. And so the seat will be open for either Mike Bouchard or Eric Chung. This is a GOP-leaning district, and so it does make sense that according to our forecast, Bouchard has roughly a 60% chance of winning, with an average 1.7% margin of victory. Bouchard has been leading throughout the entirety of this race, and is also ahead according to our adjusted polling average. And so Michigan's 10th district is going to be tilt red on our map.
Let's get
Next
to
up,
100
in North
million.
Carolina's first congressional district, we have a very vulnerable incumbent Democrat seeking re-election.
Okay, so it is.
Davis, who is running for
Democrats are most like.
Republican Lori Buckout. According to our model, Buckout has a 53% chance of winning, and our 100,000 simulations show her winning by 0.6% on average. This would be a huge flip for the GOP, and based on the data that we have thus far, Republicans are slightly favored. North Carolina's first district is going to be in the tilt GOP category. And then before we continue, only 23% of you guys are actually subscribed, so make sure you subscribe right now for more content just like this, and follow me on Twitter at @electiontime_ for daily polling updates. Coming back to the map, we're now going to move on up to New Jersey's 7th district, where Tom Kean Jr., despite having basically disappeared over the last 6 months, is still seeking re-election to a 3rd term. However, he is very likely going to lose to Rebecca Bennett, who has a roughly 64% chance.
No, that's not that like.
Race. Kean
He's a more like.
issues over the
Bit
last
more
couple
like.
of months, but he hasn't really been very transparent with that, and not even members of his own party know where he is. And so according to the betting markets on Kalshi, the numbers are actually
I'm gonna go to the back.
with him at just a 1 in 4 chance of winning his re-election.
And not other
Obviously,
number.
our forecast cannot adjust for the
Let me
fact
be
that
back.
Kean has
Hey guys.
has basically been missing. That, of course, has hurt his odds quite dramatically.
Oh, nice.
As if you look back just a couple of months ago, in January of 2026, Kian was actually still the favorite. And so this race is going to be tight even if Kian is going to lose. So it's going to be tilt blue on our map.
That feeling when you check your bank account and your paycheck's days away. And of course, your calendar's all good news. With Chase Secure Banking, your direct deposit hits your bank account up to 2 days faster. So when your friends are like, and your bills go, you have the peace your deposit brings. And the best part, there's no monthly service fee for 17 to 24-year-olds. Thanks to Chase Secure Banking.
For Chase Secure Checking only, eligible direct deposits may be credited up to 2 business days early depending on when the payer submits the transaction. Member FDIC.
Next on our list is the 7th District of Pennsylvania, and we have 3 races in Pennsylvania total that are going to be in the tilt category.
Let's wait till like
All 3 of them
500
are
mil.
incumbent Republicans that are seeking re-election. And so beginning with the 7th District, we have Ryan McKenzie running for a 2nd term. Like I said before, as a freshman member, his
The Brooks guy looks so much like a Republican.
as he's being challenged by Democrat Bob Brooks, who is currently the president of the Pennsylvania Firefighters Association. According to our forecast, Brooke has a 62% chance of
That's
winning,
a very
and
close.
wins by 1.9% on average, according to the 100,000 simulations that we ran for this race this morning. The odds for Brooks have been steadily going up over the last few months, as the national environment has generally trended slightly in favor of the Democrats. But no matter what, this race is going to be very, very close, even if McKenzie does end up losing. And so Pennsylvania's 7th District, just like the 7th District
Yeah, this is not.
is going to be in the tilt Democratic column. And then, unfortunately for Republicans, we do have another freshman GOP congressman seeking re-election in another toss-up district, this time in the 8th District, where Rob Bresnahan is trying to run for a 2nd term against Democrat Paige Cognetti. According to the forecast, Cognetti is very slightly favored at a 58% chance of winning. Now, Bresnahan should perform slightly better than McKenzie, as his district is slightly more right-leaning. However, the forecast still does favor Democrats here, with Cognetti winning by 1.2% on average, according to our simulations. And so just like the 7th District, Pennsylvania's 8th District is also going to be tilt blue. And then the final notable race in the Keystone State will be in Pennsylvania's 10th District, where Republican Scott Perry is seeking re-election to an 8th term. Having been in Congress since 2013, a loss here for the GOP would be a pretty big deal. Perry is being challenged by Democrat Janelle Stelson, who has a roughly 62% chance of winning, and according to our simulation, defeats Perry by 1%.
That's way more than that.
And so Democrats are favored here, but you cannot yet count out Perry, as of course he has been in office for over a decade and has been able to fend off many tough challenges in the past. But for now, based on the available data, Pennsylvania's 10th District will also fall into the tilt Democratic column. We're now left with just 4 races, 2 in Virginia, 1 in Wisconsin, and 1 in Washington. Starting off with the 2 races in Virginia, we'll begin with the 1st District, where Rob Whitman has a nearly 65% chance of winning re-election.
It's better to buy Diamond.
Shannon Taylor. Whitman has been in office since 2008 and is projected to win by 2.3% in November. This district is pretty even when it comes to partisanship, so it really is just Whitman's 2 decades of incumbency that is giving the GOP the advantage here. On our map, Virginia's 1st congressional district will be placed into the tilt GOP category. Next up, in the 2nd district, we have a race between 2...
Yeah, I was like, what? There's only...
being Elaine Luria
But apparently
and
that...
Higgins defeated Luria in 2022 and has been in office for the last 4 years. Before that, of course, Luria was in office for 4 years herself. According to our forecast, Elaine Luria has a 63% chance of winning her old job back later this year. And according to our simulations, she's on track to win by just 2%. And so this race is going to be incredibly interesting, as neither candidate really has too much of an incumbency advantage, with Higgins, of course, as the current incumbent and Luria as the former. But based on the national environment, Democrats are slightly favored in the 2nd district, which is going to be tilt blue on our map. Moving on over to the West Coast, we have a highly contested race in Washington's 3rd District, where Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez is seeking re-election to a 3rd term, running against Republican John Braun, who has been in the Washington State Senate for over a decade. Our forecast does slightly favor Perez. However, we also do have polling.
I hope I'll end this
leading by 3%, according
I can go to the next.
average. Perez is at 38, Braun at 41, according to 2 polls that have been conducted for this race thus far. However, if you account for the other factors in our model, Perez is still the slight favorite with a 57% chance of winning and an average projected margin of 1.1%. And so Washington's 3rd District, at least for now, is going to be tilt blue on our map, even though Perez is among the most vulnerable Democratic incumbents seeking re-election this year. And so we're left now with just the 3rd District of Wisconsin, where Derek
that's so good.
Election to a 3rd term in this district. He's being challenged by Democrat Rebecca Cook, who has just under a 58%
I need
winning. This race is going to go down to the wire, as Van Orden is a competent incumbent. However, the national trend is not going in his favor. And so for now, Wisconsin is going to be tilt blue, but Republicans with the incumbency advantage can certainly still hold on to this seat. But at least with the data that we have thus far, Republicans are not expected to win. Democrats should take over Wisconsin's.
The Republicans are winning 2 out of 3.
2026 House map based
Let's see
on
what
the forecasting model. Democrats are slightly ahead at 225
But it's very close. I remember the other.
However, the race for the House majority is still far from over, as the GOP needs just 8 additional seats to retain control. If you want to check out my forecast for yourself, make sure you visit my personal website at pollsmax.com, where you can dive deeper into every single race that will be on the ballot later this year. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on these house races, make sure you like it down below. Also, comment down below.
It's true, it's like pretty high.
This map, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any
This guy thinks it's higher on them.
future uploads.
I believe him more to be. The prediction. More of a thorough investment. Because anyone can determine.
Oh, this is the clip. I have to show you this clip. It is the most insane self-report that you can possibly fucking make. It has 3 million views now.
I want to go to Cuba. Would you be down?
I fucking love Cuba.
Oh yeah, you'd be down?
Yeah, I filmed a documentary there once.
The Cuban government actually hit my contact from the embassy and told him that if the only thing stopping us from coming to Cuba was the consistent internet access, we can make it happen.
Yeah, Cuba is.
Oh, this is the only video? Then let's just.
Oh, this is the clip. I have to show you this clip. It is the most insane self-report that you can possibly fucking make. It has 3 million views.
I want to go to Cuba. Would you be down?
I fucking love Cuba.
Oh yeah, you'd be down?
Yeah, I filmed a documentary there once.
The Cuban government actually hit my contact from the embassy and told him that if the only thing stopping us from coming to Cuba was the consistent internet access, we can make it happen.
Yeah, Cuba is sick.
Wait, the government reached out to you?
So yeah, of course.
It's so over, it might be. Play it again?
Wait, the government reached out to you?
Yeah.
He is his own star witness. Loudest slurping possible. Hassan still doesn't get it. The guy was trying to save him. The United States most recently redesignated Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism on January 20th, 2025.
Oh, you can just move
so this
it?
is on March 31st, 2025. Then you would have been talking to a state sponsor for terror. Wow. This might be the first time someone has turned a state's witness without actually being charged by anything.
I think that ultimately the target is probably Singham and his operation from PSL to Answer Coalition to Co-Pink, like anything that he has ever financed.
Yeah, so the safe house? Okay, so you need to go out into the woods? Bro, he's just explaining it. He's giving away the whole game. Most effective subpoena of all time. Rats on his comrades. No, he hasn't even gotten the thing yet. Did this motherfucker really go on stream and admit that he's a foreign agent of the CCP?
I've said it from the start. You kill me, you jail me. There's going to be other people. You're not going to be able to stop. I'm only one person. They have...
Man, guys, it wasn't me. I'm just one guy. What do you mean? Oh, no. He's not explaining it, is he?
None of this is illegal. As an American citizen, you can literally be in correspondence with individuals in another country. The American restriction...
You are playing games again. Again and again. That is not what people are saying.
Wait, like the government reached out to you?
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Speaking of terrorism and speaking of things that are illegal, I will be interviewing a Cuban doctor tomorrow, straight out of Cuba. We've been working on lining that up.
As well, you might need Zoran magic for this one. Yeah.
The mayor of New York is going to get you out of a federal charge. Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I don't know. But anyway.
What do you want him to say? That it was bad?
Free me.
Yeah?
I can't believe I'm saying that. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not great. The news is not great.
See, most people want to be martyrs until they're about to be martyrs. And then...
Free me.
I don't know whether he's going to go to jail. What he's saying...
No, but Muslims it's different.
Seems like he might have done something wrong. It seems very clear something probably was done wrong. But I don't know that, and everybody deserves a presumption of innocence. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But it doesn't look good.
We let Forkful save us time and money with nutritious meals delivered straight to our door. It takes only 2 minutes to heat up, no preservatives, and no seed oils.
They actually taste like restaurant quality food. That means I actually look forward to every meal.
These are all natural, preservative-free meals with no artificial additives.
So let Forkful take cooking and groceries off your plate.
Join the thousands that trust Forkful today.
I don't think that's a real
great Josh Sater. I don't condone everything he does, but he has been very fucking hilarious when coming to trolling the left. Let's take a look. We're gonna see a little compilation of some of his greatest hits. Here's his abortion is healthcare.
Hi, how are you? Hi. I'm with the ASPCA, and we're just going door to door in the neighborhood asking people if they'd be willing to commit to a monthly donation.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, if I told you a little bit more about where your money would go, would that make you feel better?
Yes, it probably would.
Okay, so I'm with the Animal Rights Division, or the TARDS, and we're in charge of all of the health care for the animals that we serve. So 100% of your money would go to their health care.
Okay.
Is that something you might feel comfortable with?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay, if you could just put your name here, an email address, and then where it says regarding or RE, just put TARDS. Okay. And so our biggest healthcare dilemma this year for the TARDS is there's just too many pups. So 100% of your money would go to help with the abortions of unwanted puppies.
Wait, what?
Yeah, to abort the unwanted pups, because there's just so many young puppies. It's basically pups having pups, and they can't afford to raise their litter, and it's just a financial burden. So what we do is we help with aborting unwanted puppies.
Oh, well, no. I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay, is that your black sedan out front with the bumper stickers?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you understand that abortion's healthcare?
Well, yes, but it's not. That bumper sticker isn't about animals.
What's it about?
It's about people.
Okay, so are you saying that a human baby in a womb is not worth as much as a pup in the womb?
No.
It's worth the same, right? So if it's
yes.
not okay to abort puppies, then it shouldn't be okay to do that to humans. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so abortion is health care?
Well, I think no, I don't want to donate. I need to go. I need to go inside.
So would you agree then that
So,
abortion is
thanks
murder?
for stopping by. You need to go.
Ma'am, but before you leave, can we still count on your $19 monthly donation for the next 12 months? I guess abortion is murder.
I mean, listen, he has a point. I make a point to not be pro or anti-abortion on this channel just because I really, as a man, I have a hard time with that decision. I've always struggled with it. But I will say he makes a very, very valid point here. Let's take another. This is a woke elementary school teacher goes full fascist.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes,
Do you work here?
I do.
Are you a teacher here?
I am. I teach third grade.
Okay, I have a question. I just moved here with my daughter into the neighborhood, and I was wondering if this is a good school.
Yeah, I think it's a great school.
I have to read it.
So my daughter, she just came out as queer to me, and I was just wondering if this would be a safe learning environment for her.
We actually have a lot of identifying non-binary and gender queer students here, so I think she'd fit in just fine.
Okay, and I saw that you have a sign in the window. It says everyone's welcome here except ICE.
Yes.
If ICE were to come onto the premises, would you guys kick them off?
Absolutely. We believe in the safety of our students and our faculty, so we would have them leave.
Okay, isn't that how immigration works?
I'm sorry?
Isn't that how immigration works? Everyone's welcome except illegals, and if they come into the country, we kick them out?
Why are you asking me these questions?
Well, it's a simple question. You should be able to answer it. You're a teacher.
Yeah, I don't know who you are. You're filming as if
You don't need to know who I am. I'm undocumented, ma'am.
You're on school property, and technically you're trespassing.
Ma'am, no one's trespassing on illegal land, so...
Okay, well, you haven't shown me an ID. I don't know.
Oh, so now you need my papers?
Yes, you're on school.
Are you the Gestapo now? You want to see my papers?
But again, our property, you're trespassing. You've shown no form of ID.
Ma'am, you don't need to know. I am fleeing a bad school district in search for a better one. Have a little sympathy.
Unless you can show me proper identification, I'm getting security.
So you're going to call security to take me out simply because I'm an undocumented person on your property?
Yes.
Isn't that how immigration works?
I'm asking you to move out of my way.
Like we do with illegal criminals that come into our country.
Provide me an ID of who you are.
As we do with illegals that come into our country.
Or I'm getting security to remove you from
As we do with ICE when we remove them from our country.
I'm asking you to please move out of my way. This conversation is no longer.
Okay, bye. Ma'am?
You know, I have to say, I've seen quite a few of Josh's videos. I can't tell if they're staged or not. If they're not staged, this guy has incredible luck. I just, as being an internet guy for my whole life, and being on the internet and seeing a lot of content creators getting exposed for fake videos, they do seem awfully staged and scripted. They do. I gotta be honest.
They do.
It doesn't change the point that a lot of the points he's making in the video are very much valid and fucking hilarious.
It does seem.
But I do have a feeling these are staged. It ruins it a
Oh,
little.
wait, no, never mind. I don't think.
Masked liberal afraid of oxygen attacks me.
I think this is the homeowner. Hi.
Oh my god.
I was, yes. I'm actually making a documentary.
Okay.
Are you the homeowner?
I am.
Okay, so I'm making a documentary about people who join violent anti-science cults.
Okay.
Would it be okay if I interviewed you for it?
And what exactly is this about?
Just people who join cults and the rest of us that are trying to fight back against it in America.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, it's just a couple quick questions.
Okay.
How old were you when you realized you were in a cult?
I am not in a cult.
What's a woman?
A woman can be anybody.
Can a man be a woman?
Yeah.
So you're in a cult.
No, I'm fucking not.
Oh, that's what it sounds. Are you in a violent anti-science
I'm not.
cult?
No.
Then why are you coming towards me like that?
Because you're crazy.
Why? Because I think men can't be women?
You're crazy.
Oh, now.
I'm not in a cult. Get away.
I love the get away as she's running towards him. Again, it feels It feels a little staged. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Here's another one. Trans native phobia is not okay.
Hey, I have a question. The front doors are locked here.
Yeah, what do you need?
I'm trying to get to the queer self-defense class.
Okay, around the corner.
So the south build.
Okay, excellent.
Is that-
10%.
Okay, and it said on the flyer, trans folks fight for free.
Yeah, you're trans.
I'm trans-indigenous.
You're what?
I'm trans-indigenous. My parents' bigoted doctor assigned me white skin at birth, but I identify as a brown-skinned native.
Dude, get out of here.
Well, are you trans-native phobic?
No.
Well, then what's the problem?
Do you know how confusing this is to people and how you're making a mockery out of natives?
Well, that's ironic, don't you think?
No, we are protecting people here with self-defense.
And that's, I want to participate.
No.
I'm a native. Trans natives are natives, and this is our land.
Dude, I'm calling the cops. Get
Don't misindigenate me. I am not a dude.
Get out of
Don't.
here.
Why are you being trans-native phobic right now?
Please leave.
No. This is my land, and you're trespassing. You're cis-American, so how about you
My
leave?
God.
I need you to leave the property now.
No. What
It's
are you
too good.
I'm calling the police.
You're going to call the police on me because I'm a trans-native man of color?
You're mocking people.
That's a hate crime.
No, what you're doing is a hate crime.
Call the police then.
I'm
It's
calling
really sad you're being trans-native phobic right now.
Dude, I'm...
Folks, this individual is being trans-native phobic. I'm trying to get into a queer self-defense class, and this is how they treat trans people of color. Really sad. I hope you should be proud of yourself for being trans-native phobic.
You should be ashamed of what you're doing.
Really sad. Trans-natives are natives.
You need to leave.
I can't believe it's real. The dialogue is too good, and the setup is too good each time. But again, the scripts are fucking hilarious. They're fantastic. Alphabet member realizes he's an actual Nazi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Good. My name's Finn, and I'm with the Fighting Fascism and Right-Wing Tyranny Symposium, or the FARTS, and we're just going door to door today in your neighborhood, seeing if people will help us fight back against fascism. I was wondering if you had a second to answer a couple questions.
Yeah, we have to make it brief though, because I got some things I gotta do.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be super quick. Just a couple questions. I'm sure you've noticed, I saw your flag, that MAGA is terrorizing our community here. So we're trying to come up at the farts with kind of a final solution. We're under a lot of pressure to do something before it becomes an explosive situation. So would you be okay if we found a way to identify who was part of MAGA, and then maybe put armbands on them or badges so that the rest of us could know who was part of it?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd be okay with that?
Oh, yes. I think we should, because of what we're going through now. We have to identify all this stuff going on.
And there's a problem, and we need a final solution to it. So
I think so.
I do too. Would you be okay, kind of, if that doesn't work, maybe putting them in camps where maybe, you know, they're sequestered away from the rest of us, they can get some re-education?
Absolutely, because of the fact, you know, a little hard work can change the minds.
Well, sir, I have one last question.
Okay.
Do you understand that you sound exactly like a Nazi? You want to round up MAGA and put armbands on them? And put them in camps?
I am not a Nazi.
Well, you claim to be fighting fascism, but you literally are Nazis.
I am not a Nazi.
How are you not?
I will tell you something right now. will do a charity trick on you.
You're gonna kill me.
If that's what it takes, yes.
I think it's staged. I think it's staged. Unfortunately, I'm finding out now. I think his videos are staged. I mean, I hope he discloses it somewhere. That would make it more interesting if he was actually disclosing it. But yeah, wow. But again, it doesn't take away the fact that a lot of the shit he's saying are legitimate. Like, people actually do believe this shit, and it's hilarious. Here's the gay zoning laws in Minnesota.
Hey, how are you? I'm Finn, and I'm just going door to door today, letting everyone know that we've done some rezoning in the area. So, are you the homeowner here?
I am, yeah.
Okay, are you homosexual by any chance?
No.
Okay, so this whole area here, it's just been rezoned for homosexuals only.
What?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well, you can, and actually Ilhan Omar is who you can thank for that, because they just passed the bill. So, unfortunately, you have to be gay to live here.
Like, they passed a bill in, like, Congress or something?
They did, and it's actually considered a hate crime if you're still squatting here as a non-gay.
What? None of my other neighbors, I don't know anybody else in this neighborhood that's...
Sir, I am with the Action Rezoning Division, or the TARDS, and this just happened the other day, so that is why I'm doing a courtesy call to let you know about it. So I can either give you a fine, or if you just, if you tell me you're gay, then...
I'm not paying any fine right now. Like, this is ridiculous.
So, if you tell me you're gay, I wouldn't have to give you a fine.
I don't really need to tell you I'm gay. Like, this is all ridiculous. Like,
okay, so
nobody in this neighborhood is... I don't know anybody else. I don't know all my neighbors, but I don't think anybody else in the neighborhood is gay.
Well, I haven't gone to everybody's door yet.
Okay, well...
So, either the ticket or, it's possible you just realized you are gay.
Okay, fine, I'm gay.
You are? Okay, so I just have a couple questions. On a scale of 1 to 10, how gay would you say you are?
All the way gay.
Oh. Okay. Can you give me your best gay voice?
No, I'm not doing this. Like, this is all ridiculous. There's no way to know, like, if someone's gay or not. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
okay, can you just strike a pose?
I'm not striking a pose, like, no.
Well, that wasn't gay.
Okay. Who are you to judge who's gay or who's...
I'm Finn, and I'm with the Action Rezoning Division. So, if you're gay, then it's fine. You can stay here, sir. You don't need to get your panties all up in a bunch.
Nobody...
Was that your girlfriend? I thought you were gay.
My sister, man.
It's gotta be fucking staged. That being said, absolute hilarious. Josh Sider, absolute queen. I like to call him a queen. He is gay. A king for doing this hilarious content.
So earlier today, I had a situation with an individual. So there's a guy today, and so he made a post, and this is the post that he made. His name's Flint Dibble, by the way. Like, this sounds like the name of a fucking, like Quagmire's best friend and fucking Family Guy. It's like, this is the dumbest name I've ever heard in my life. Flint Dibble? Like, Jesus Christ. Hopefully it's not his real name, right? I mean, oh my God. And archaeologist with a fedora. So you're guaranteed to be getting some good takes here, right? So I made a post, and so there was a video that was circulating about some riot in Chicago where everything was on fire. It was this one, right? I think I made a link, right, to it. Yeah, it was this video. You guys remember this video, right? And so I was responding to that, and I said there's a very easy solution to this. Bring in the National Guard, round all of them up, and put them in forced labor camps. Shoot the ones that are violent and attack police. Done. You can literally solve this problem overnight, but we choose to allow these animals to run wild. And so Elon replied to this, right? And so this is what he says. The increasing popularity of this sort of rhetoric should terrify everyone. Now, there's no reason for why, like, there's no reasoning that's being, you know, like, added in here. There's no, shoot the ones that are violent and attack police. Done. You can literally solve this problem overnight, but we choose to allow these animals to run wild. And so Elon replied to this, right? And so this is what he says. The increasing popularity of this sort of rhetoric should terrify everyone. Now, there's no reason for why, like, there's
He's
no
not he will be very soon.
you know, like, it added in
Like,
here. There's no, like, there's, you're not saying anything. You're just saying, this is really bad. Can you believe he would say this? How could you say this? Flint Dibble debated the guy from Ancient Aliens and lost? Wait, what? Oh my god. Wait, this is the guy? Wait, this is the guy that's crying about me on Twitter, really? Oh my god.
So if you look at this, you have very clear stone courses, for example, underwater. And it's not just
space.
Controversial point. I'm
organisms that exist in the earth and that they're sharing resources.
Jesus, bro, like, I guess so. And ounce that Flint Dibble, I don't even know what this is. Grant, the 3 pairs of his glasses, I don't know what this is. And is a Flint Dibble is a real life. I didn't even know who this guy is. I had no idea. He's the same age as you? Wait, this guy's as old as... No, he's not. No, he's not. There's no way he's as old as me. No, he's probably like 46.
I want to see.
It's taking a while, huh? Yeah, see, he's all right. Y'all stressing me out. Everybody's stressing me out. 46. So I clocked that perfectly, by the way. Like, I really am that guy. And so anyway, baited. No, it just stressed me out. It did. And so same age as you. Why don't you shut the fuck up? All right. So anyway, this guy was crashing out and crying about me. And he says the increasing popularity of this sort of rhetoric should terrify everyone. And so obviously there's no reasoning for this. And it says, this is the reply that he gives, giving final solution vibes a terrifying look. You mean like Hitler's final solution where he killed all the Jews and he did the Holocaust of 20 million people. Yeah, that's, you know what that reminds me of? Putting people in jail for setting the houses on fire and riding around with machine guns in cars. You know, the first thing I think of whenever I think of putting people in jail for lighting things on fire and driving around with machine guns is Hitler. That's right. 6 million, not 20. Well, I think 20 million people total died in the Holocaust. I think that's the number. I'm not really a Holocaust expert, and usually most of the people that disagree are, you know, people that say that they are. They usually think that number's a lot lower.
No, so, I think they're just thinking of the people.
My understanding is that the understanding is 20 million, right? And so, anyway,
there were 6 million.
I don't know. I thought it was 20, but who the fuck knows? Who cares? I mean, like, really, it was bad. Okay, the point is that what I'm saying has nothing to do with the Holocaust or the final solution or Nazis or anything like that. But this is what these people always default down to, right? They always default down to Nazis, you know, Hitler, you know, like racism or something like that. Anyone who thinks people belong in labor camps is objectively a pathetic husk of a human. You can't treat people like that and claim any moral authority. Okay, I guess I don't have moral authority. I still think we should do it. Like, like, what do you, like, was this a debate about moral authority, right? I mean, like, who decided moral authority? Like, I was talking about moral authority. You call me an asshole all you want, I'm still right. So anyway, of course, so they did lock the comments about this. All these replies saying that such humans are not people shows why this is terrifying. Yes, it's terrifying for people like him that their age of engineered chaos is coming to an end, that people are coming to their senses and they're realizing that we don't actually have to live in a police state because we don't have the police putting the people in state prisons. So I think that you have a growing animosity and a growing resentment with like just average people where they are sick of living in a minimum security prison in their everyday life. They're sick of going to a McDonald's with bulletproof glass. They're sick of not being able to sit down at the Wendy's. They're sick of going to Chick-fil-A and the chairs are bolted to the ground so homeless people don't steal them or melt them down for metal. They're sick of it. They're tired of going to CVS and needing to speak with a customer service representative to have a tracking tag taken off of a candy bar. Like, we're just sick of it. We're sick of it. We're so sick and tired of it. And the problem is that really, and this is the issue, right? Is that every single person has to live with these consequences because we don't want to impose consequences on the people that are criminals. And so you are actively dehumanizing your fellow people. I want to let him know, and I will be very perfectly clear. I am absolutely dehumanizing them. That is my—
I'm gonna drink water.
Exactly what I'm saying. I am saying that when you act like this, when you hurt people, when you rape people, when you abuse people, when you assault people, when you murder people, I don't see you as a human anymore. I see you as a fucking animal. And you know what? The feeling is mutual because they think the exact same thing about you. And I don't care about being the better person. I care about helping better people. And that means putting those fucking freaks, those insane psychopaths, putting them in a box for the rest of their life. And so that's all. I don't care about having a moral upper hand. I don't care about being right. I don't care about, oh, like, you know, like, well, what will people think about this? I don't care what they think about it. This is the right thing to do, and it's obvious. So really, that's it to me. A padded cell, yeah. Dehumanize them, yeah. And that's absolutely, that's the way I feel. 100%, which leads to fucking violence and atrocities, really. I guess this isn't a violence or an atrocity. Disgusting fascist rhetoric, learn some history and grow some humility. You want to talk, so this guy was farming hate on me. There's a lot of people that farm hate on me, it's fine. But this person seemed like a relatively, you know, like just an average person, so I replied. And, you know, then immediately after that, and also, by the way, people will attack me whenever people make posts like this about me, right? They will, they'll attack me. Hilarious how they only want it one way. Yeah, I know. The bottom 2% oppresses us more than the top 1%. It's getting to be that way, isn't it? And, and so this is, you know, a tragedy in 5 parts. I've locked the thread. I've locked this thread to replies. I refuse to be subjected to the disgusting and violent rhetoric these large accounts bring in their wake. Well, I've got bad news for you, buddy. I've got really bad news. Whenever I find out that it's bothering somebody that I'm focusing on them and making fun of them, that makes me do it more because I don't like you. I don't like what you represent. And I don't like the fact that you try to make other people suffer in order to fulfill performative virtue. No, I don't like you. And so now the fact that I know that this bothers you and upsets you, I'm going to do it more. Like, that's because that's my goal. Like, I don't think, again, we're not trying for the moral upper hand here, okay? And oh, by the way, and I want to say one thing just to be certain, is that inside of my moral framework, I am the only one who's moral. So I have no problem saying and being like, oh, well, I don't mind being the bad guy. Yeah, I don't mind people thinking I'm the bad guy. Because I know I'm not. I know I'm right. This is obviously what you have to do. And the thing is that I just don't, like, I don't need to try to argue and debate with people that have fallen morality. Like, I don't. Like, they don't have true morality. Their morality is derived by a consensus. That's the way it is. And go read a book? Why? So I can get dumber? So I can be stupid like you? I don't think so. And won't you think about the poor rioters? So this is what I said to respond to him.
Should, but like,
people are tired of living
I don't know how he's so dumb.
that has been deliberately engineered across America. And I think this is the correct word, by the way. I'll show this on the Google, and you guys will know what it means, because obviously a lot of people don't know this. Let's see here. Anarcho-tyranny is the political concept describing a societal state that combines the worst elements of anarchy and tyranny. It refers to a system where the government fails to enforce basic laws against criminals, anarchy, while simultaneously over-regulating and fiercely prosecuting law-abiding citizens. So there you go. So I just want you guys to understand, like, what does this term mean and how am I applying it? I think this is a perfect application of this term. So, and I think it should be used and discussed a lot more. How did you find that word? I don't know. I was on the internet and I read it. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, exactly. And criminals and crazy terrorize the public with impunity because of your performative morality. We don't have to live like this. Pick is what my post was discussing. And this is obviously, you know, the Chicago thing. And so this is him responding, people don't belong in labor camps. And so this is another, you know, put this on a shirt. This sounds really good for a Marvel movie. This is a great one-liner. Maybe Captain America can say this in the next movie. But inside of reality, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And by the way, I'm going to take a step further. I'm putting them in labor camps for their own good. This is for their own good. I'm trying to help them. Because, so you have two worlds, right? So you have the first world where, for example, you sit inside of a prison and you just walk around and do nothing all day.
That's pretty good.
You fight and you work out and maybe you play basketball for 2 hours a day, right? You spend the rest of the time jacking off. Like, is that truly a better existence than being able to develop a skill, maintaining physical exercise potentially, and building a trade or some sort of ability to do something that's of value whenever you get out of jail? So the reality is that not only are the work camps humane, but they are the most humane. And the reason why is because it prepares those people, because here's a big problem that a lot of prisoners have. It's that they, I mean, if you're sitting in jail for 7 years, right? Think about 7 years ago. Like, we didn't have any AI 7 years ago. People were still coding. So imagine a guy goes to jail 7 years ago and he's learning how to code. He gets out this year and all of his coding knowledge is just totally made irrelevant by AI. So the reality is that, you know, or sorry, like, let's say he was a coder and now he's not able to develop more skills while he's in jail. Like, that's it. Yeah, and so, like, really, like, whenever I'm saying this, it is actually the morally correct position, and it's by far the morally correct position. And so I said, why do people not belong in labor camps? He says, oh, why not? Have you ever seen a labor camp? It's inhumane. Well, I mean, like, do you think prisons are inhumane, right? I mean, if you have people, like, if I look at a prison, I would say that a prison is inhumane. Like, I think that a lot of prisons are inhumane. Like, they have people sitting around like animals. Like, even, like, for example, like, do you remember watching that video, so let me see if I can find, do you remember the video that they had?
That's the best one.
For like 24 hours being monitored? I'm sorry, I can't find it right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is it.
That's
A 10-hour long video. So this is the this is what it was like, her sitting in jail, right? Footage inside Ghislaine Maxwell's prison cell released in the Epstein files. So we're gonna watch. This is what she does for 10 hours. Is it sped up? It's not even sped up. I thought it was sped up. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find a better version of it. And yeah, maybe it's not there. And it's not really in jail. Okay, a 10-hour long video. It was sped up before, but I guess I'm not able to find it. And anyway, so it's a time lapse. Yeah, time lapse. Let me see. I'm not able to find it. All right, I'll see if there's one more of these. If I can't find it, I'm just going to move on because I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, so I can't find it. So she just sits there in this box all day, right? That's literally all she does. She literally just sits there in the box. That's all. That's all she does, is sit there all day, all night. In my opinion, I think this is less humane than putting somebody to work. Like, that's my opinion, right? But, like, I think it is substantially less humane than putting somebody to work and having them do something. Because the human body is meant to move. It's like, I mean, there's a reason why, you know, you have muscle atrophy, right? I mean, like, that's whenever you don't exercise and move around and do something. So really, whenever I'm saying that you should put them to work, and like, honestly, like, I looked at the El Salvador, like, labor camps, it seemed like those guys were doing pretty well. It seemed pretty good. And so anyway, you advocate to treat humans like livestock. Well,
Let's do 10x.
What really is the difference whenever it's somebody who's a rapist?
Okay.
What's the difference
Then
with somebody who's a murderer or a child molester? Honestly, the difference is that at least if you slaughter a cow, you can get some meat out of it. People don't even want to eat each other, so we kill them for no fucking reason. So honestly, I'd say livestock are more valuable. So that's not even a good argument. Why is hard labor livestock now? I don't know. If you're ill, think large groups people belong labor camp. Yeah, it's a trash opinion. So there's no actual argument about this, right? It's inhumane, it's disgusting, you're retarded, and it's trash. So this is a person right here who is supposed to be like an educated individual, right? But whenever they get pressed on any of their opinions, they resort down to the most childish, brain-dead, thoughtless name-calling that you could possibly have. That's really what it is. And so there's no actual arguments. It's just an emotional, he's having an emotional, he's having a moment, right? He's having a situation, he's feeling it, right? He rage bait from the start, yeah. And so anyway,
this is not
one says a lot. Yeah, exactly. And so I said the only thing that's inhumane is allowing animals like this to terrorize the public and hurt more innocent people. Empathy for the evil, apathy for the average person. If not a labor camp, what's your solution for dealing with violent and destructive criminals? I think that's a very good question, right? And so it's like, what are you going to do? He says, I have no problem with prosecuting criminals. Well, yeah, you do. You just have a problem. Like, okay, so what if they get prosecuted and they get sent to a labor camp? I mean, what is that? Like, and so immediately after, because I was laying in bed, like, you know, like refreshing, because I was going to reply to this person again, because I knew this person was a bot, right? I knew they were a bot. And so anyway, I was waiting for this.
It wasn't a bot.
As soon as he replied to this, that's why there are no other replies to my comment. It's because after this, your inhumane labor camp solution has been tried and rejected as the evil filth it is. There are a lot of countries that have labor camps right now, and they force prisoners into labor. In fact, some places in America do that now. So this isn't even true. Your attitudes belong in the trash bin of history, but you rejoice at bringing more violence. You're pathetic. So this is another totally emotional argument. You're not even addressing the conversation.
Is it possible?
You're not doing anything. Korea, China, like, I think
I'll wait for
does it. I don't know if Singapore might be one. I could be wrong. Let's see. Besides that, Brazil, Russia does it. Cuba, Cuba, El Salvador, right? And so, like, the entire, like, I mean, even your arguments are just wrong. Like, it's not even true. So anyway, you have this person, right? And I think this is very funny because you can look at post activity. These are all the quotes. King Biden, I was going with my bingo card. It's enjoyable to read. This guy's out here saying prisoners shouldn't work, ignoring everything that California has its prisoners do. Look how he shuts off commentary once he realizes he has no solution. You can get mad at Asman all you want, but he's the result of your performative empathy never providing results humanity actually needs, because they don't care about results. They care about looking good. And so anyway, this guy went and he turned off replies to the entire post. And so this is what people like this do, is that, and I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him. That way I can keep up with him. I'm gonna just to make sure that, you know, like, if there's something he says, something happens, you know, like, just make sure, see what, you know, where things are gonna go, right? I have no idea. And content farm, exactly. And you know what's inhumane? Belgium is actually going full North Korea. Belgium is? What is this here? Can I find it? And I haven't seen this at all. Oh yeah, I saw this. I'll look at that in a little bit. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And yeah, the guy got something that sounded racist. Follow him? You mean farm him? Yes. And so anyway, it got so bad, and this is what was really funny about this, is that he even made a second post about this. Or sorry, a second post. And so you saw other people that were making fun of him, right? All these people are making fun of him, and he had to lock a second post that he did. So these people, and what I have a problem with is that these people have no issue at all, like shoveling shit at me and calling me a fascist, implying I'm a Nazi, saying that I'm evil, saying I'm like a terrible, inhumane human being, that I'm this awful person. But the moment that you try to engage them in conversation, the only real solutions they have are insults and basically burying their head in the sand. It's because they don't have any solution at all. They don't have anything. So they run like rats? Yeah, exactly. You have a field day with this dipshit? He's a know-all jackwagon and thinks his shit doesn't stink? Well, that's good, and I will continue making content about him, and to the extent that it upsets him, I'll only do it more.
I actually didn't know that Jews were persecuted.
And I'll be doing this to more people on Twitter as well. And so, yeah, I appreciate everybody else that comes out and supports me and, you know, is like, you know, is normal, right? I do appreciate that. And, you know, people like this deserve to get bullied, I think. They do. They deserve to get bullied because they are the bullies. Like, him making this post was trying to get people to bully and attack me. He was trying to put my message out there and then send it to his followers, imply that I'm a Nazi, and then have people that don't like me attack me and feel like he's a good person. So you tried to attack me, it didn't work, and now you're acting like a little bitch. It's really sad. Yeah, yeah, so he's a cry bully. He's a complete cry bully. We need to shame these people? Well, we will. We will. We're doing that right now, actually. And so, yes, these people are the bullies. They are. And, yeah, Caleb Hammer, do God work bullying retarded people? I know. The concept of isolating prisoners and making them reflect on their sins, since the word penitentiary for penitence did not appear in England until the late 18th century. Well, I mean, like, obviously it's a waste of human capital to just pay somebody to sit around and do nothing, right? So, it's just stupid. But anyway, so I just want you guys to see that, you know, this is the way that these people act, right? Is they get pressed on anything and they turn into retards. And you know what terrifies me? And now also, by the way, I'm very happy about this. Now everybody is attacking this guy. Everybody's shitting on him. And he completely deserves it. I hope it gets worse. I do. And people like this need to get bullied off the internet. And because they're dangerous. People like this are dangerous. They will push these ideologies and they will get people hurt because they.
Wait, so I need 100 of these? So I just need a grind.
Motherfucker's not a real net taxpayer. I don't know if he is or not. I think if you want to be an archaeologist and you want to expand the field of science and actually do good work, which I'm sure he does.
Makes sense why this is a hard.
If you do, I don't care if you're not a net taxpayer because you're a net contributor to humanity. The people that I have problems with.
Let's see what I have.
People that are not making humanity better. They're not trying to make the world a better place. They're not doing anything that's essential. They're just useless eaters that are the government, and there's a lot of examples of that.
Also,
is it fraud in archaeology? Like literally? I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of examples of that. So you know, again, but that's something separate. I don't care about
also
being a
less
positive taxpayer. That's my point. But yeah, anyway, that's the way I feel about this guy, and I saw this, it annoyed me, and I figured that I had to reply. I had to say something about this, especially because this guy got mad. And
also below Iron Shot.
So there's a video here, right? Anti-ICE protesters.
So this is the only.
Cement
Oh no, never mind.
Delaney Hall.
This is my language. So this is the new hardest floor.
Look at him digging up the rocks. Now we're gonna have to pay to have that rock put back in. By the way, that was somebody's rock. Somebody had that rock. Somebody bought that rock. Somebody put that rock in there, and he just digging it up. He digging it up because he's having a bad day. Look at this. Look at Fat Mario over there.
Moon base is a
Fat Mario with the
harder one. I didn't know that.
Stupid ass. I bet you're not doing anything. Why don't you go dig some rocks out of the ground? You need the work. Yeah, what are you doing letting him do everything?
Okay.
Look at this.
Yeah, it makes sense that this
salt mine.
harder
So
one.
you got this shit going on, right? And anyway, like Rust Bay, I know it's adorable. It sure is. And so that really, you know, that's my opinion about these situations, right?
It says persecution and political instability in Ethiopia for the Jews. In the 1980s, the community faced severe persecution, including the seizure of their land, forced conversion to Christianity, and being treated as strangers. Falasha. Hey guys, welcome to the video. Before we start, I just wanted to tell you this conversation was so long I cut it into 2 parts. This is part 1. Enjoy the video. Ethiopia. What's going on? Yep. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, bro. How are you doing?
I'm alive.
You are?
Alive. I'm good.
Glad to know that.
Yep.
So,
Yes, you have Iran as a tag. What do you think about Iran?
I think they are your neighbors.
Neighbors? No, not really.
What?
Well, what'd you say? The neighbors?
Yes, I think that they are your neighbors. What do you think about Palestine?
What do I think about Palestine? That it's not the country. It never existed. Never existed as a country. Never was. I mean, Iran is not really our neighbor.
Are you really that much in denial
Yes.
that you will forget to see the truth?
Sure, if neighbors, you can maybe say that, but not next door neighbor.
What year?
Pick any year before 1948. That was.
Oh, 1947?
I'm gonna do a short pause. I'll probably return to this game. Untitled, but I don't know. We'll see.
Not Palestine.
Guys.